who are the persona of the buyer for your group? Who are these organizations? Is it a C-level executive that's making these decisions? Is it a certain type of business? Like, who are the buyers for your world?
It's many, depending on the market.
Okay.
So, for example, if you're talking consumer electronics or automotive, design engineers is a key persona buyer that we have. Quality engineers, material kind of type of engineers. We can have the buyer itself. If we talked about cleaning solutions, it could be the facility managers. So that's a little bit of a challenge for us because there's probably, even when we prioritize, just in this business group, 10 different market segments that are critical for us. And within those, you can have 3 to 4 key target personas. We spend a lot of time trying to invest in understanding those. What are the journeys? What is key for those personas? What do they value? What are the jobs to be done? And so on. But as an example, design engineer tend to be a key persona for a few markets for us.
But you said there's 10 different segments within that. I see how much content, like you said, like organizing all of that is really important. And then it's such a big audience of buyer, as you said. And so as you look at like personalization at scale, is there technology you're liking out there that's supporting this effort? Because to me, we're seeing a lot around AI and personalization at scale. And I'm curious if you're going down that road at all, or if there's certain platforms that you're excited about when it comes to personalizing at scale. Because to me, you would need that as a global organization.
We are trying to first bring and have a solid foundation, both at our domains as well as our channel partners' domain, before we even go and explore more of that. But some of the pilots that we were looking with some partnerships with Salesforce, and of course that in-house we have MarTech stack that is broad, that is being used in multiple ways by the different divisions. We have, again, way more to do in that space.
Let's touch on what it's like to have this perspective about different cultures and regions and what it's like to market in so many different areas around the world. What's your approach to navigating these similarities and differences between different cultures and different locations?
That can be a challenge. And before, I would say that each of the areas or the regions, they used to operate a little bit more independently. And that was not very efficient because maybe there was duplication of efforts. And although there's cultural nuances, there's also similarities. So let's maybe go back to that example of a market and a persona. So let's talk about the automotive market and a design engineer. A design engineer, when they're looking into, new models of a car, improve, bonding of low surface energy materials, reduce weight, and so on, the challenges that they're trying to tackle are the same, and the needs that they have is the same, independently if they're operating in Germany, in China, in France, or in Brazil. However, although the jobs to be done and the needs are similar, where they may go to consume information in Brazil versus China versus Germany versus US is going to be different. For us, it's really important for us to, again, get those insights. So what we are trying to do now at 3M is create global plans, but as we create global marketing plans, we really got to make sure that we have that voice of the customers, those customer insights, and really that engagement with the areas and regions. So we are not operating with a limited view. And then as we deploy global programs, we create the programs here, the assets and everything. And then we deploy to the areas where I also have specialized resources, for example, in Asia, in GCA, in Latin America, and so on. And those resources, they're going to do the localization. And then the localization, they may have to do some nuances. One thing that for sure we always have to do is translation, correct? Translation of those assets. But besides that, where they're going to activate those programs, it would be different. So, for example, in China, we're probably going to do a lot of activation using WeChat. In Latin America, maybe we leverage WhatsApp and so on. Here in the US, maybe we're going to use more LinkedIn. So that's what we are trying to align. But there's a lot of the content and the assets that can be leveraged globally.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This segment is brought to you by Salesforce. Salesforce brings marketing and engagement together. If you want to learn more, head over to salesforce.com/marketing. And please subscribe to this channel for more marketing insights from the world's best marketing leaders across the Fortune 500 and beyond.